Alright guys, hey, this is part 2 to my oxtails, new recipe. So, this is what the oxtails is looking like right now. They've been in there for almost 2 hours. I am letting this broth condense some. I am allowing that to go. I'm going to let that go to about 2:30 actually. So I want these oxtails to be falling off the bone, but it is looking so delicious. Smells so good. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make my rice and peas, or ajo con gandules, Puerto Rican style, not Caribbean, with coconut milk. So I have my bases here that I need, which is basically sofrito, some adobo, some Spanish olives, tomato paste, and of course some gandules. So I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna walk you through how I make it here. So I got the oil heated up already. I got about 4 tablespoons of oil up in there. So let's pop this up here and let's get to cooking here. So basically what you want to do is you want to go ahead and grab your sofrito, grab a tablespoon here, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of sofrito to my hot oil. So this oil is pretty darn hot right now, and I've been yapping away and letting this oil get really hot, which is what you don't really want to do. But this is homemade sofrito, so it's nice and chunky. So I'm going to carefully put this into my hot oil. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons. Stir that around real good. And what you want to do is you want to get that smells and aromas out. So, sofrito is just basically a combination of cilantro, green peppers, sweet peppers, garlic, and some people put onion in there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this heat up a little bit, and I want those aromas to come out. So I'm going to also add about 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce. And you don't want to do too much. Actually, I usually do a little bit more tomato sauce because I don't use sazon in there for color. And this is what gives your, if you're not using sazon, this is what's giving you your yellow rice and beans, its color. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. I'm going to also add about 6 or 7 Spanish olives in there. So a couple spoonfuls. You want a couple of Spanish olives. Add a little bit of juice of that in there as well. And it gives it a nice flavor in there. And then for my, pop this up right here. For my adobo, just gonna go ahead and eye that. I don't want to add too much adobo in there because adobo is pretty salty. Alright, so let me show you what this looks like in the pot right now. So basically this is what it looks like in there right now. You want to give that a nice little stir. Stir all the nice flavors in there and those good herbs and seasonings in there. You want to get that in that oil cooking nice and good. You want to get that all aromatic, real nice. So again, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit because I want this to come up to temperature while I open up my beans. Now, when you do your beans, you're going to add the juice and everything to these gandules. So I'm using 1 can because it's just going to be just me and my baby, and probably the kids are going to eat. But let me prop this up here. Get my little can opener. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up like everybody does on the internet now. It's like we've been using the can opener wrong type thing, because it's actually kind of cool, to tell you the truth. Doesn't always work really good though. Depends on the can opener too. I got my dollar store can opener here. Piece of junk. I'm gonna go ahead and go around real quick so I can get this. And that is the problem with opening it up to the side there. You see how it all splashed on my counter? All the juices and stuff, and Then you get the threads in there, so that's not always the best way to open up your can. So, oh well. I just wanted to give it a try again. I'll clean my mess up again, and then a lot of the complaints with opening up the cans like that is the very sharp edge, and it does leave a very sharp edge, so be real careful. But I got frijoles juice all over my whitmore. So anyway, you see how that's coming up. Let me switch hands here because I am left-handed here. All right, so you see how that's coming up to a nice little boil there, how all the juice, I mean, I wish you guys can smell, but you see the color? That's the color you want. You know, that's what's going to give your rice its color. So I'm giving that up there. I should have actually, while I'm sitting here talking and yapping, I should have go ahead and rinsed off my rice, but I'll do that in a second. But what you're going to do is once that comes up to a nice sizzle, add your frijoles in there. Okay, nice little empty can. Give that a nice little stir, and you get those frijoles cooking there. Them gandules, actually. Not frijoles, gandules. I'm calling them frijoles, but they are gandules, which are green chickpeas. So basically, this is a rice and peas recipe. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to temperature again. I'm going to go grab some rice real quick and put that into a container to rinse off. So hold on one second, guys. Bear with me. I'll clean my counter in a second. So we're going to grab some rice here. And actually, I'm looking for what rice we got. What we got. Grab some regular rice. And I got 1 can of beans, so I'm going to use about 2 cups of rice, most likely. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these 2 cups out and pour it into another pot so I can go ahead and rinse that rice out real good. So I'm going to grab my measuring cup here, 2 cups of rice. Alright guys, so I got 2 cups of rice in a little pot here, so let's come over to the sink here. So I got a couple dishes in the sink. I hate having dishes in the sink. Hate having dishes in the sink. I had some noodles earlier, so bear with me here guys. So rinse my fingers off here. Alright guys, so got my rice here, and I'm just going to go ahead and rinse this off. Give that a good rinse my rice off. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour that out. Put some more water in there until that water is pretty clear. I'm not going to go all the way clear with it because that takes a while, you know what I mean? I got those frijoles, I got them gandules over there. Getting all nice and happy. Just giving this rice a little rinse here. Now, some people don't rinse their rice. There's mixed feelings on rinsing rice compared to not rinsing. I think when you don't rinse your rice, it becomes a lot starchier. You get a lot more, your rice is stickier, I think, when you don't rinse it. And I was looking for some brown rice, but I didn't have any brown rice in there. But that's okay. Got to pick some up. Now, that's what I didn't want to do. See that? Throwing the rice away. So I'm going ahead, rinse this rice out here. And it's hard, you know, doing stuff one-handed here. No camera person holding for me. You know, recording with my phone. You know, but see the clarity of the water now? Compared to what it was, that's basically what I want right now. I'm gonna give it one more good rinse. And whatever water's left in there is going to just be added into the pot of green peas, green chicken peas, green chickpeas, you know what I mean? That's pretty good, that's pretty good. See that little black kernel right there? I'm going to get that out of there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a burnt piece of rice, processed or unprocessed piece of rice. And it's not going to go in there. So one more rinse again. I said the one more last time, but I can see the rice now. So there you go. Good rinse, good rinse, good rinse. A little bit of water in there. Let me turn this water off here. All right, so let me put this camera down while I add my rice to the pot here. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that spoon I had. I'm going to add this rice to the delicious green chickpeas and seasoning it in there. I'm going to add that all in and give it a good mix, and then top it off with some water. Bring it to a high boil, and then once it boils for a couple minutes, I'll turn the heat down to simmer. Cover it up, and again, remember, this is the pot that doesn't have a lid, so I'm going to put my little lid on it, which is a plate. No shame in my game there. Know what I mean? Because this is ghetto cooking, so I'm going to give this a good stir. Incorporate all them peas into the rice and everything. Some olives in there mixed up. I should have seen if I had some fat back. I usually add some fat back in my rice and peas, just to give it a little flavor and not to use so much oil, because the fat back releases a lot of the oil. So go ahead and stir that up in there. Make sure that that's mixed up, and I'm going to go ahead and top that off with some water. I guess what's the rule? An inch of water above. What is it? What's the rule, guys? It is 2 cups of water to every cup of rice. So technically, I want to add 4 cups of water to this almost. So, but I guess the rule is an inch above the rice. So, I think I'm there. So I'm going to go ahead and add all this in. And I think I'm there. I think I'm where I want to be at. With water, I'm going to check with my spoon real quick. Yeah, I'm definitely there. I think I'm there. I'm not going to add no more water to that. I'm going to give this a stir real quick. Stir. So I'm going to show you the color of this water. So basically, that color of that water is going to be the color of your rice. It's going to be soaked into that rice. You see the olives in there, and you see how my spoon is just resting. I got about an inch, so I can feel the rice right there. I got about an inch of water above the rice, so that's where I want to be at. I'm going to bring that to a boil, and when that comes into a boil, I'm going to let that go for a few minutes. For about 5 minutes or so, a rolling boil, and I'm going to turn that down to a simmer, cover it up, and that's it for that. That's a wrap. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and clean off this countertop because my baby will kill me with all this mess I got in here. And whoo, them oxtails are smelling so good, and they look so great. I'm going to continue letting that go down there. This sauce is thickening up real good. I usually add potatoes to this, or carrots to help thicken the sauce up, but not today because I have some leftover cabbage. I'm probably going to eat some pickles with this too. So let me show you guys that as well. So I'm going to let that oxtail do its thing. Let the oxes do its thing. Cover this back up. Bring that rice to a boil again. And I had made my version of pickles, so let me show you guys. I used purple cabbage for my pickles this time, and I think I showed you guys last time. but I have a really big jar of purple cabbage pickles. And a friend of my lady's gave her version of pickles, or authentic version of pickles, because she's Haitian. So her pickles is really good. Actually, I'm gonna finish this off right now, and then we're gonna eat mine. Mine isn't as good. I'm still playing with it. I've made pickles 3 or 4 times, and I've changed up a couple things here and there, and I think I'm getting close to what the flavor profile is supposed to be on pickles. I'm finding it difficult to find what I think is considered an authentic recipe for pickles. If you guys know where I can find one at, hit me up, give me a comment of where I can get it. But it's like, it's everywhere that I'm looking at with pickles, it's telling me the same thing. I'm gonna use some Lysol wipes to wipe down this counter too. I just want to get the majority of the juice up before I start putting my stuff away. But the majority of the recipes that I'm seeing for pickles is basically, they're saying all the same things. Some green peppers, shred your cabbage, top that off, put your Scott's bonnet pepper in there, or your habanero pepper, whatever pepper you're going to choose to use in there. Again, green peppers, onions, cabbage, Scott's bonnet pepper, little salt and pepper to taste, and then top it off with vinegar, and that's it. But that's what I've been doing, and I'm not getting this taste that I'm getting with when I get pickles from our Haitian friend. Her flavor is different. I've added a little bit of sugar to it, because I taste sugar in her pickles, I think. I think it's sugar is what I'm tasting. But I'm getting a sugar taste to it, a sweet taste to it. Also, if you look at the color of her vinegar, it's like giving me like a brothy color almost, like she's added something else to it. I'm gonna figure it out, whatever that is. I'm gonna go ahead and figure that out. But until then, I'm gonna continue experimenting with the pickles, doing it my way, and tweaking it here and there. Every place that I'm looking at, the website wise, is telling me that you're supposed to add some lemon juice to it to offset the taste of the vinegar, and I've done that. And maybe I'm just not getting the correct quantities down, the correct quantity. So you see we got a little alcohol up in there, we got a little sippy sip in there. I also got some sangria in there, kind of bare of what's going on in my refrigerator, what's going on in y'all refrigerator, but anyway, a little sippy for later on, right before I go to bed. But anyway, all right, see my water's coming to a boil there. That is perfect. That's beautiful. That's what I want. I want that to boil up, but I don't want that rice to stick. You know what I mean? I do not want it to stick. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more tomato sauce in there, because I think I want the color to get a little bit darker than this. And that's the beauty of tomato sauce, is you can add in while it's cooking. That's the beauty of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more tomatoes. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna add the rest of this tomato sauce in there, whatever's left in there. Probably add a little bit of water in there, get the juices out of there. Get the rest out. Oh, I don't want to make a mess there. Go. Rest of that tomato sauce in there. Go ahead and give that a little stir. And whatever it is, I wish I had some sazon. Sazon makes it a little bit easier to get the color correct, but this is going to be right. This is going to be okay. This is going to be okay. So, go ahead and continue letting that boil up. Hold on one second while I throw this in the trash. Get my little Lysol wipes. Counter here. Get this up in a second. Excuse me, guys. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get that pickles correct. You know what I mean? I still haven't found the recipe still haven't found the recipe that's like jumping at me and telling me that, all right, you got it, just this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. There's something missing. There's definitely something missing from my pickles recipe. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out what it is. You know, I don't know if it's the type of cabbage. I don't think it's the type of cabbage. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy if it's the type of cabbage that gives the pickles its flavor. You know what I mean? But everything's going here. Oh, and I also made my my little tea. I came across this detox tea that I normally always do, but I added some ingredients to this because it's supposed to help you sleep better. So I got some ginger boiled up in there, some lemons. I also have some maca green tea, and I have some cinnamon. All that boiled up, and I'm gonna add some honey to my water bottle. And I actually have some cut up ginger and lemon in here already. I'm gonna go ahead and just add that to this. I'm gonna add some honey. I'm gonna add some hot water in here to help keep off some of this. I'll add some honey to that, top it off with the boiled version of it, and then sip on that. And that's how I lost my weight last time, but this is supposed to help you go to sleep a little bit faster. The green tea in there, even though it has caffeine, about 80 milligrams of caffeine, still the green tea benefits, and the cinnamon and all the other herbs are supposed to help you sleep better and help you fight fat while you sleep. You know, there's claims to everything, but I know that mixture works. Green tea, ginger, and lemon in your water. Oh, that's a very powerful antioxidant and help good weight loss recipe. So as you can see, let's get back to the rice. As you can see, the rice is boiling very well. I'm going to continue stirring that while it's boiling. I'm boiling off most of the fluid there, and in a few minutes, you know, incorporating all of these good flavors. And in a few minutes, actually right now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down to a simmer. I'm gonna go ahead and put my plate over top of that. My ghetto lid, guys, ghetto lids. Gotta always have a ghetto lid. Know what I mean? Ghetto lid. Throw this green pigeon peas, gandules verdes from Goya. You know, it ain't Goya, it ain't real, guys. But anyway, that's what I got brewing on today with some pickles. I also had some steamed cabbage that I had made earlier this week. Some cabbage and I think it's cabbage and greens actually that I got mixed up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that as well so that nothing goes to waste. And guys, I will plate that up in a few, let you guys see what it looks like on the plate. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, stay true to yourselves, keep it real, keep it 100, and love you guys. Peace.